Okay guys, it's lunchtime. I've had a few laps this morning in the car to get used to it. First time out on the track. Car's feeling pretty grippy, 225s, but the track is quite grippy, the tarmac is hard and it's very hot, so the tyres are getting quite sticky. Mitch drove the car yesterday all day. How did you find it, mate?
The first few laps, I wasn't really used to grip on 225s, but then I just started slowing down the transition a little bit, and then obviously got a bit bored of it, so I whacked the 255s on, and it was just throwing backies all day.
So today it's mostly me driving, getting comfortable with the track, getting out wide. Obviously don't want to send it into the ditch. There's a few hundred people watching, so don't want to make a fool of yourself. We're going to stick on some Valinas this afternoon, 265 Ebisus, so they're 500 treadwear. We'll see how grippy they are, but they're meant to last very long. So we'll feel out how they are in terms of side bite. I think they're not very good on terms of forward bite, which means they should actually be easy to drift on. And if they last really long, then it's worth the investment. So really, that's what this day is about, is testing out those tires so we can then pick out a tire to put on the car in the long term. But other than that, it's got plenty of power.
Yeah,
it rips.
It caught me by surprise for sure.
Plenty of smoke. So let's get it going. Get some tandems in this afternoon if we can, and keep testing it. Okay, just done 10 laps on the Valinos. As expected, they're very hard, meaning they're not very grippy. They have a decent bit of side bite on transition, that gives you confidence, but they don't have the forward bite to get you out of corners, so you have to be on partial throttle a lot to get grip. Otherwise, you'll just wash out. I guess now it's finding the balance between durability and grip and what I prefer. We've done 8 to 10 laps. They're about halfway. They're on the bars. Good grip. They haven't lost any grip or gained any, so they're consistent. But they're not as good as I hoped they would be to make it a clear decision between running cheap Chinese tires or these. So yeah, we'll take them to the end. Do some calculations in terms of, you know, laps per pound, and then we'll decide whether to get a high amount of them or not. But other than that, the car's doing really good. The track's really fun. I've done some tandem with some pro drivers here in Portugal. Really fun. And we'll just keep going until sundown. Also, the tires are wearing quite evenly. Joe did a lot of work over the last couple of weeks to get the alignment as good as it can be. We're actually still on stock arms, max adjustment.
It will be better after we install the adjustable ones.
Exactly.
And then we'll be like...
That's it. It'll be good. I got some Drift Shop lower camber arms.
Max brand.
Yeah, the Drift Max. So we can get that last bit of camber out. I think it helps the car isn't very low, so we don't get a lot of negative camber from it being really low. So the tires are wearing quite alright, just a little bit on the inside, but rotating them in and out. I'm also not full throttle. I'm not trying to fry the tires. I'm trying to see how long I can get them to last. We also did a heat cycle on them, so we used them yesterday for a couple of laps just to get them up to temperature, and that cures the rubber, supposedly.
Some people say 72 hours, but anyway.
There's some debate on how long you're supposed to leave them for. Also, there's a debate on what pressure they should be at so that I get most life out of them. I think at the moment they're too high and the grip just isn't there. I don't really trust the car. I don't think I'm able to get out of a
sticky situation.
Yeah, just by powering through, because usually there's enough dig in the tire that if you give it throttle, it'll pull you out. At the moment,
there's one thing we didn't test yet, which is adjust the rear suspension.
Yeah.
For squat.
Softening it up, yeah.
But
I think it's in the middle at the moment, so maybe we'll test that. Good idea. And yeah, we'll see where we are at the end of the day or in a little bit. Lots of ride-alongs. Obviously the car stands out, so people are interested, which is good.
It's gonna be a money maker!
Exactly. The plan is to get a cage in the car and 2 seats in the back as well, so we can take 3 passengers out at once, and that should be a pretty cool experience for everybody here. But yeah, let's keep going, have some fun, get some tandems in.
Get some sun.
That's it. And I'll see you guys in a bit. So it's the end of the day. Had lots of fun. Driven with a lot of people. Had some good tandems, solo runs, tested some tires. The Valinos weren't as good as I thought they would be. Not that much grip in them. In fact, probably the least grip I had this weekend, even compared to some 225 Chinese tires I had. Decent side bite, but just no forward bite, so I couldn't stay flat through the bank and stuff. I bought some 255 Kenders, 280 treadwear at the end of the day, and that was just so much better. So I think we're going to give them another shot because they didn't last that long either. I think I did 12 laps on the Valinos and they're about done. I think they were slightly overinflated, but we'll have to give them another shot. Other than that, the car did fantastic as you'd expect. The only bit of damage I had was slight tap on the cone. I saw it, I wasn't going to back out, you know, it's a drift car so it's going to get hit. Other than that, the track was amazing, the weather was great, it was hot, people were having fun, people enjoy the car, lots of people around there most of the day. It's obviously very different to most of the metal here, so it was really fun. Thanks to the organisation for inviting us, we had a great time, I know Mitch did too. All that's left to do now is pack and head home, but I really think that this is where I'm going to come to drift. I don't think the UK is it. It's very difficult, very expensive, not a lot of tracks want us there. This is just, you know, Mitch was driving until midnight last night, you know. Nobody cares, and people just want to have fun, and people are respectful, and they're not trying to ruin each other's hobbies. So this is where we'll be coming for the foreseeable future, and we'll get to do a lot more in here. Hopefully some of you guys will get to join me here as some other adventures begin. You might be able to drive this car soon enough. And last but not least, all that's left to do is drink lots of this and enjoy the sunshine. Cheers.